The King County Sheriff's Office says a recent survival story should serve as a lesson to anyone planning to spend time out on the water this spring and summer.
They often talk about the importance of wearing a life jacket. Not everybody does. But even wearing a life jacket, sometimes that's not enough. Ted Land joins us now with more on why that is.
Well, Greg and Lori, we hear it all the time. Wear your life jacket. These are proven to save lives. But there are some instances in which boaters might think they're prepared, but they're missing a few inexpensive yet critical tools to help them survive an emergency.
So this is the life jacket I had that day.
Scott Thompson thought he was prepared. He snapped on his life jacket and went for an evening paddle on Lake Sammamish last month.
Wanted to kind of de-stress and relax and enjoy the nice weather.
It was windy and the sun was setting, but Thompson didn't think too much of it until he was in the middle of the lake and a swell toppled his kayak, plunging him into the frigid water.
I did have to consider I might not make it out of the lake. This could be, my life is in significant danger right now.
He tried swimming to shore in darkness.
At that point, I was praying to God and just asking for help.
By the time he made it to a dock 30 to 40 minutes later, he was a few degrees from death.
That was kind of the last bit of energy I had. I don't remember much from being on the dock.
He was pretty spent, so he wasn't even able to yell for help at that point. He was just more making guttural noises, trying to draw attention to him.
The King County Sheriff's Office Marine Rescue Dive Unit responded to the search and rescue call and says Thompson's body temperature had dipped to 87 degrees. The Bellevue Coast Guard Auxiliary presented Thompson with a new life jacket Friday and a few critical safety tools that could have sped up his rescue, a whistle and a strobe light to alert people on shore that there's an emergency.
I would say that most people who come out onto the water are actually not prepared.
The Sheriff's Office says Thompson's story can help others avoid a few common missteps, which could mean the difference between life and death.
So wear the life jacket, have a whistle and a bright light. The law actually requires anyone boating after dark, even kayakers, to have a light and a noisemaker of some sort. Scott's experience is also a reminder to wear proper clothing, a survival suit or wetsuit to keep warm if you capsize into that water. And remember, water in our lakes around here is dangerously cold even late into the spring and early summer. It might look nice outside on a sunny day, but beneath the surface, it's a much different story.
What about the idea of paddling with a buddy? The buddy system might help.
Had he been with somebody, they could have called for help. It would have sped up the whole thing. He wouldn't have been out there by himself.
Always have to plan for the worst.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ted, thanks.